right, guys, welcome back to another Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. It is Monday, December 13th, another packed week, so let's just jump right into this one. I've got a guest. She is not a stranger to the show. We're very glad to have her. She is also one of our sponsors that always supports us, always backs us, and for that, thank you so much. I always appreciate how much you have my back and you support me out there, and it feels good, and so I hope you feel it in return, and thank you so much. But today we also have another guest with us that I'm pretty excited about because I've been hearing about this man for a long time, and today I get to meet him and also listen to him. So I'm pretty excited. If you wouldn't mind, introduce yourself and our guest, if you don't mind.
Good morning. I'm Christine Krause, one of the owners of Schroeder Hall. We own the dance hall out there about 20 miles out of Victoria. And this morning we have Jarrod Birmingham with us, which is a special treat.
Kind of my dance hall too. You know.
He grew up there.
I've been playing that place for 25 years.
A long time.
Straight.
Yes.
That's awesome. Well, you are one of the first names I heard when I got to this town as far as Texas country and music around here. You were one of the first names that I heard, and so we're really excited to have you on. Before we get into that, though, I wanted to talk to you a little bit. I heard you guys had some exciting things happen, an exciting award that was very, very well earned. Would you mind sharing that with me?
We did. Sorry, a little bit of a scratchy throat.
That's all right. It's nasty outside.
We were nominated last summer for Live Music Venue of the Year by the Texas Country Music Awards, which is associated with the Texas Country Music Association. And so there were 5 venues across the state of Texas, and the nominees were us, and then we had several others from around that are all wonderful venues. And so we found out on November 14th at the awards that we won, which was just amazing. And so we are the Live Music Venue of the Year for the Texas Country Music Association Awards, which is just wonderful for us with all our changes and transitions and COVID and everything.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Is
Yes.
I'm very glad to see that because as we've gotten to know each other over the last year and all of that, it's been so neat to me to see how much of your heart you guys have put into this, and so to see it get recognized and to see an award out of that hard work is awesome, and congratulations. I just wanted to once again congratulate you on that, and I know how hard you worked for it, and so. On that note, this Saturday, you guys have a pretty cool, the Jarrod Birmingham Christmas Show live at Schroeder Hall coming up. Tell me all about that. That sounds like a ton of fun.
You know, it's something I've been doing for a long time. I think through 4 different owners now, really, and they've been really good with me and let me kind of run with it. What I had when I told her when we first spoke about it, I had a vision. Everybody has Christmas parties, but you never have one for the community. And that was something I wanted to do. It's where my heart was. It was kind of like everybody getting back together, especially at one of the oldest dance halls in Texas, you know, where you used to meet all your wives and your girlfriends back in the day. And have a Christmas party where kids could come, you know, not a bar party.
Right.
A family Christmas party. And Santa Claus comes, and we have kids running everywhere, and one of the biggest questions I always get asked is, are you going to play his Christmas songs? No. It's a country music show with a little bit of a Christmas twist.
Understood. Well, no, that sounds great, and I think you're right. You know, that is a cool concept of pulling the community together, and I don't think there's really a better time to do it than now with everything that's been going on, all the COVID crap and the lockdown crap and all that kind of stuff. I think it's time that people unite and get together and fellowship, and I can't see a better way to do it over little Jarrod Birmingham country music.
And really, I really gear it towards family and a lot of special guests. But kind of like the old Hee Haw show is what it ends up being. You know, I get everybody from town to come out, and we just have a fun Christmas party and enjoy each other.
No, and that sounds outstanding. I've got that this Saturday, December 18th. What time does that start?
At 8:30.
8:30.
The doors will open at 6 p.m. Music will start around 8:30.
Yeah, this year we have with us. It's kind of a pseudo group. It's the Christmas Tree Huggers, and what it is, it's a number of local musicians that are very. You've known them your whole life if you've lived here. and they got together and they recorded a Christmas album under the name of the Christmas Tree Huggers. And so they're going to come open it for us, and then we're going to play. And again, I'll have many special guests. And then at the end of the night, Shane and Renee, Total Entertainment, will take over and play as long as till they close the door.
Close the doors down.
Yeah.
Now, same thing. The kitchen gonna be open, all that good stuff. Because I have a bad habit of eating way too much when I go out there because of all that delicious food. But
The
kitchen will be open.
At 6 p.m. until we close. We do go to limited menu after 10, but
after 10, I guess if you hadn't had your dinner by 10, that's okay.
Most
You know,
people are
and so
not, yeah.
and for the ones that haven't tried it. That menu is spectacular out there. Any new additions since the last time I saw you? There's always something new. I think y'all had perfected some burger last time, or I don't even remember what it was, but I ate it.
The hamburgers are so good.
Oh, they're real good. Their pizzas are spectacular as well.
I hadn't had a pizza.
Yeah, I was lucky enough to get one of everything for the show.
I've seen my daughter eat on them. So,
yeah, my wife may or may not have mowed down one of those pizzas too.
We
I
added
say that. Sorry, Dave.
You shouldn't.
chicken sandwich to try to be healthy. But it's actually called a pepperoni chicken sandwich.
I was gonna say I think there's a little more to it than that chicken.
It has marinara, mozzarella, and pepperoni on it, and then it's a sandwich, and it's amazing. It was actually something that I kind of wanted to eat and made at home, and then my husband was like, "This is so good. We need to get them to make it," and so we added it about a month ago.
Well, I will have to try that then.
Yeah,
I will have to try
delicious.
that. Well, Jarrod, again, thank you for coming on, and I'm excited because you're going to play us out at the end of the show. Before we get to our next guest and come back with you at the end to play us out, is there anything I'm forgetting or anything we need to hit for this deal?
Just come out and have a good time. Like, the kids will run around and dance. He brings all kinds of extra entertainment and artists from the area, so you never know who might get up on the stage. People just have a really wonderful time as a family, and it's a fabulous event. So.
Did you need me to sing your dance up there? Have you seen me yet?
Well, I saw you ride bulls on one of these segments. So,
if that's an indication of how it went, you probably don't need me, my brother. We'll just let you play us out and take care of that. I'll leave it to the professionals. Guys, we will take a break. We'll come back with our next guest, and then Jarrod will play us out at the end of the show. We'll be right back.
Since 1932, Wallach & Volk has been closing mortgages and doing it the right way. The reason why the Volks opened up a bank at the height of the Great Depression was because the bank needed to be opened at the height of the Great Depression. And it was good for the community at that time. A lot of the banks were going under. In order to keep that community sound and stable, it was something that they did. I think that says something about who Wallach & Volk was 85 years ago. And the only way you get to continue to do it is if you consistently do it great. And we plan on doing this for another 85 years.
Back. We've got two new guests that I've never had on the show before, so I'm excited. So let's just jump right into it. Ladies, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourselves and let them know who you're with.
Absolutely. I am Jill Blucker, United Way of the Crossroads.
I'm Jen Putman. I'm with Meals on Wheels Victoria.
Outstanding. Well, you guys have some stuff to talk to me about today, and so I'm just going to turn it over the floor and tell me all about it. What you got going?
All right. So United Way of the Crossroads has partnered with Meals on Wheels Victoria, Community Action Coalition, Community Connections of Lavaca County, and the Gonzales County Senior Citizens Association to do the Senior
really
Giving
good saying
Tree.
all that, by the way.
Thank
you got
you.
that out very well.
I've said it a time or two.
Well done. Well done. And sorry, I distracted you there, but I was impressed by you. That was
Well, thank you.
That was quite well done. As a guy that tongue twists everything, good job.
I've said it a time or two, and not well a time or two.
Well, good job on this one. Now that I've thrown you off, continue, please.
Absolutely. So the Senior Giving Tree is a program that partners with all of those groups that deliver meals to homebound seniors or the disabled, and make sure that they have a good Christmas this year. So we encourage people to visit our Senior Giving Tree locations, and they can find that list on UnitedWayCrossroads.org. UnitedWayCrossroads.org.
Well done. On your Facebook page too?
Yes, there's
Okay.
a link.
Okay.
And our Instagram and our Twitter, or you can call me.
Works for me. Yep.
But every senior was given a chance to fill out or ask for 2 items off of a wish list of 4. They're very simple items. They don't ask for a whole lot. They could have chosen a blanket, a toiletry gift pack, hat, scarf, and glove set, or slipper socks. So not much. And then we're just asking folks to fulfill that wish on that list, return the unwrapped gift to the tree location by the 15th. I know that's not long, but you guys got this. And then we will return it to our agencies, and they'll do the rest.
Outstanding. And so then the ball goes to you guys, or what's your part of all this?
Well, since it's the holiday season and we try to do a little bit more than a meal, TM, we really want to make sure that it's not just our usual, like, peas, carrots, healthy stuff. It's a little bit more warm. So we're doing the Feast of Sharing, which is sponsored by HEB, to bring 1,000 meals to homebound folks in Victoria and Cuero. So we need volunteers, and we also need to make sure those meals get to the people who can use them. So on December 17th, we are going to be making those deliveries. Folks can sign up if they go to our website, give us a call, or they can find it. Our website is mowvictoria.org. That's mowvictoria.org, or give us a call at 361-576-2189, 576-2189.
Keep going. No. I laughed with you because I'm like, you're putting me out of a job here. You're doing this. You ladies are pros out here. I'm like, you know what? I'll be back. Y'all just finished this show.
You can go take a break.
Yeah, no, you well done. I'm not laughing at you. I'm seriously just like, wow, this is good.
Yeah.
So no. So a little bit. Let's talk real quick about Meals on Wheels and United Way. I know you said you guys could use volunteers and stuff like that. How do you guys kind of survive? Is that, I know right now it's Christmas and we're working on that, but you guys need people and volunteers and donations year round, correct?
Yes,
sir.
Good.
Absolutely.
And so because outside of this Christmas mission, the mission still continues, and it's an everyday thing, all day, every day, pretty much just going forward. How can people that want to be a part of you guys and help, and how do they do that? Do they just call you up, or do they swing by a location, or how does that work if I want to be a volunteer?
Well, we try to make it easy for you. You can go to our website, you can give us a call, or you can email at volunteer@mowvictoria.org. Or if you just have a question or want to sign up for a meal, you can also email info @mowvictoria.org and get in touch with us. We can answer any questions, connect you with the right staff member, and we really tried to make sure that we're getting those meals out. Currently, we're delivering on Mondays, 1 hot meal, 4 frozen for the week. You can easily microwave those or just heat them up however you need. And those meals are designed to meet 1/3 of a senior's daily nutrition needs. So we're doing that year-round. We've more than doubled our current serving capacity since before COVID. And that's with the generosity of our community, with the generosity of individuals, organizations. We get a lot of help, mostly locally.
Did you see the need from COVID? Did you see the need for your services greatly increase?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but the community has responded then, it sounds like, and helped on that. What are what would you say some of you all's biggest needs are, outside of just Christmas? And again, we're going to come back around and hit this one more time, but I want to make sure we lay the groundwork for the year round. What is the thing that you all probably need the most? Is it supplies? Is it volunteers, or is it both?
Well, us specifically, we definitely always need those volunteers, because even though we're currently only delivering on Monday, we still always need more people, because the need, it's always growing. We have an aging population, and so we need to make sure that we can meet the need where it's at, whether that's our meal deliveries or our supplemental programs. Like we have a friendly caller program where you just call up the seniors once a week, make sure that they're doing well, but also not lonely. Loneliness is defined by the Surgeon General as an actual epidemic right now, especially among seniors, and especially due to the pandemic.
Yeah.
So we need folks to do that. We need folks to deliver. We need folks to help us with our pet food program. We do a lot.
No, and that's great. And you guys make sure, for upcoming events, you're welcome on here to talk about them. And I've just been blown away by how you guys are good. Y'all are almost too good, so just knock it off a little bit. But no, let's loop back around one more time. All right, so we'll do it in reverse. Feast of Giving, give me the specs on that, and then we'll come back and we'll hit this one more time.
Of course, Feast of Sharing is going to be on Friday, December 17th. Volunteers can come to pick up at 11, 12, or 1. Just give us a call, go to our website, easy peasy. And then if you want to volunteer any time of the year, volunteer at mowvictoria.org. We can always use your help.
Perfect. And let's do this one more time. Give me nuts and bolts one more time on this bad boy.
All right, we've got Senior Giving Tree that partners with Meals on Wheels Victoria, Community Connections of Lavaca County, Goliad Senior Citizens Association, and Community Action to deliver Christmas gifts to homebound seniors. We need you guys to go to a tree location, pick up a senior's wish list, fulfill those wishes, and return the unwrapped gifts by December 15th, which is Wednesday. You got this. And then we will give it to them, and they will do the rest. Year-round, we do need volunteers always. We have a volunteer center on our website, so you can go to unitedwaycrossroads.org. That's also where you're going to find the list of tree sites. You can hit the volunteer button. You can find volunteer opportunities for any agency we serve, plus other nonprofits in the area, including Meals on Wheels. And you can sign up for all of those in one place. We also would love to have your help with donations, if you want to do a campaign at work. Tons of different ways you can get involved with the United Way.
Outstanding. Well, ladies, you have done a spectacular job. It's been so much fun having you on the show. Make sure you reach back out as we get closer to other events, and we'd love to have you back on. Thanks for what you do for our seniors and the rest of the community. It's a great thing that you all do, and your passion is evident, and I appreciate it. And so thank you so much.
Thank you.
We'll take a word from our sponsor and be back with our next guest. Guys, we are back. We've got another new guest that I'm going to let you introduce. I'm a fan of his because he protected me and kept me safe during a past episode of Meet Victoria that we'll talk about in just a second. But my brother, if you wouldn't mind, please introduce yourself and let them know who you are with, if I can get that out.
I'm Marlin Galloway with S-Bar in Buckenstock, and we're doing a Deputy Santa bull ride.
The bull riding thing. So before we get to the Deputy Santa bull ride, how I have the privilege of knowing this gentleman is we did a Meet Victoria episode on red, white, and bulls. It's a great event that happens that is to support local heroes. More importantly, local heroes that had a tragic event happen in their life. And this Red, White, and Bulls comes together to raise funds to help change this hero's life. And it's a big bull riding event. It's a big old rodeo. And it's one of the coolest things that I've been to. I got the distinct privilege because of this gentleman to get on the back of a PBR bull with the gate closed, and then to also get on the back of a trainer bull that he took care of me on. And so if you haven't seen that episode, if I remember, I'll post it in the comments below so you can watch this episode as well. But make sure you go and you check that one out. He took good care of me. It was a ton of fun. It's a great event, and it honors heroes, and so make sure you check that out. Now, sorry, I had to get that in because that was still one of the coolest things I've ever done is ride that deal. And even though I just did a little trot and then I jumped off, and that was still a lot for me.
We all got to start somewhere.
Yes, sir.
But it started at Red, White, and Bulls.
Yes,
and
sir.
I'm honored to be a part of that.
Well, yes, sir. And that was one thing, I felt the love through that entire thing when I was there. Everybody was so kind. Everybody's heart was in it. Everybody was there for pure reasons. And it just had a special vibe to it. We ended up spending, that's one of the only shows we filmed 2 days doing, but it was just because we were so caught up in the moment, and if I've just never been that close to a bull doing bull stuff and jumping around, and I have the utmost respect for those cowboys and those and even the guys on the horses that have to wrangle the bulls back. I mean, it was the whole thing just just marveled me. It was.
We can always do it again.
Yes, sir. And you know what? I think we should, my friend. I think we should. And so, but on that note, before I just keep on rambling about all the fun stuff, tell me about Deputy Santa bull riding. This sounds really cool.
Well, DeWitt County has been good to me, and it's been a rough 2 years with COVID and so forth, so on. And I think all little kids deserve presents at Christmas. So I come up with the idea to charge an unwrapped gift or a non-perishable food item to get in to come watch some great talent. I do kid rodeos. We have lots of talent in the kids, and we're going to have some open bull riding too, something a little different for us. We're going up, and maybe we'll even see a couple of PBR riders show up and get in the open bulls. The DeWitt County Sheriff's Department's going to be there to accept the gifts with us, and I just love it. I can't wait. The 19th can't get here soon enough.
I can imagine. This will be December 19th, 2 p.m. at Cuero Municipal Park. So for somebody, let's say they're the world's biggest city slicker and they've never been to a rodeo or bull riding event, what can they expect when they get there?
They can expect edge of your seat action, great hospitality. You will see what I see at every show. These kids compete against one another at every show, but the camaraderie, they cheer one another on at every show. Mm-hmm. Even though they're competing for the same money and the same prize, they cheer one another on, and I love it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. No, that was one of the things I noticed in the shoots area when we were back there. One, the athleticism. I mean, they're up there with any sport. Some sports I would argue way more than, because even the flexibility of having to get on one of those bulls just blew my mind, because when I tried to get in, I mean, I was bending in ways that in like 20 years I hadn't bent before, and I was just, it was impressive to me the levels of athleticism. But to speak to your point, how everybody back there was helping each other, and they were competing. It's like you said, like they were going after that prize money, they were going for that top spot, but yet every single one of them helped each other back there, and there was just, it was a contagious environment of positivity back there, and it was one of the just most unique experiences that I've ever had, is being in those shoots and around the shoots during a bull riding event. I mean, I know everybody doesn't get the privilege of going in the chute. Sorry guys, I got some special treatment, but it was amazing. And like I said, the red, white, and blue, the patriotism, the camaraderie, it's just, it all goes together, and it just feels American. I don't know how else to say it. It feels Texas, it feels American, and it just feels like it should. And
like I said, I love doing it with the kids, but I couldn't do it without great sponsors.
Yes, sir.
Thomas Watson and company, Watson Ag. Mm-hmm. It's just 5D and their Traveling Tavern will be there. So y'all need to come out and visit with 5D.
Yes, sir.
They are great people.
They are. And they've been doing a lot around the community. For those that, don't even know that there is kid bull riding and stuff like this, how does, if my son's interested in that, how does that even start? How do they go about getting trained to ride bulls or ride bulls at a young age? There's not just a bull riding school on the square that they can go to and walk in, is there? Or how does that work?
They can contact me on S.Birmingham Buckenstock through Facebook.
Okay.
We have practices, training sessions. We're members. We're associated with the WCMB, World Championship Miniature Bull Riders, the INBA, International Mini Bull Riders Association, to get them to go to the World Finals.
Yes, sir.
We start with like 7,000 kids a year.
Golly.
And we bring it down to the finals, to the top 150, 200 kids every year.
And didn't you guys recently have an athlete that made it to Vegas?
My son made it to,
yes, sir.
Went to Reno. He didn't have it like he wanted it to, but he had a good time. Mm-hmm. It's a new experience for him.
Absolutely.
But we love it.
No,
I'll try to carry him till the wheels run off.
Right, and one of the things, when you first hear, I'm not, bull riding for kids, like the knee-jerk reaction is, I'm not putting my kid anywhere near a bull. But I was also marveled at that bull was trained, and I don't know how else to say it, but he did what you told him to do, and he listened, and it wasn't one of those things where you just threw me on the back of a PBR bull and were like, good luck with that. You walked me and you kept me safe out there, and so, I just wanted to say that for the parents that are sitting there thinking, well, why would I let my kid anywhere near a bull ride? They don't just throw you to the wolves. Yep. It's not one of those things where you're pushed into the deep end and expected to swim. You guys coach them and guide them and lead them through all of this.
Through every show.
Yes, sir.
A kid shows me he has want to and ability, we'll go to the ends of the earth for them.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, let's one more time. Let's wrap up and tell me about this one more time. Deputy Santa bull riding. Give me the nuts and bolts one more time, my brother.
Deputy Santa bull riding, December the 19th, starts at 2 o'clock. Unwrap a gift to get in the gate or non-perishable food item, and be ready to see some great talent. Great talent.
Roger that. Well, once again, thank you for all you did for me. Those are memories that I cannot replace, that I don't want to replace, and I'm proud of. And that was a fun show, and we did good, but we couldn't have done it without you. And so thank you so much for everything, my friend. Guys, we'll be right back to the next guest. All right, guys, we are back with just a dear friend of mine. He is, when I show up, he is my jiu-jitsu coach. Jordan Holly, I've known him for a long time. I've watched him grow. I've watched him just totally surpass me in jiu-jitsu. We started within 2 weeks of each other as two raw white belts that had no idea what we were doing. And we flipped and we flopped and we threw each other all over the mats. And then he stuck with it and he stayed with it. And now he is transforming through hard work, dedication, diet, training, commitment, all those things. He has become one of the top jiu-jitsu players, Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu in the state of Texas, and working on the nation next. We're very blessed to have him right here in Victoria. Again, way back, a long time ago under Jason Stringo, got to meet this guy, and now he's a black belt in his own regard. I know I always ask everybody to introduce themselves, and I'm sorry I gave you that big rollout, but thank you for coming on the show, man. I'm very proud of all that you've accomplished over the years and to watch your growth. Introduce yourself again, even though I just told them all who you were, and you tell your own story a little bit, brother.
Yes, sir. I'm Jordan Holly. I'm a black belt under Rodrigo Cabral. I own the Holy Grail Jiu-Jitsu here in Victoria. It's right there next to Sports Bar. It's probably the easiest way for people to locate us. And we teach kids as young as 4 years old all the way up to, I don't know, I don't have an age cap really. You know, you could be 99, I guess, and still training, you know. But yeah, we train there every day, and yeah, that's pretty much what I do here in Victoria. And then I compete. Me and my wife Alana, we compete not only here in Texas, like you were mentioning, but internationally and nationally. And we have this Sunday coming up, the 19th. We have Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds in Cancun, Mexico. So we get around.
I want to hear all about Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds, because that's just a whole nother level of competition that you're doing. But rewind it back a little bit for those that don't know, you know, what is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu? I know some people just think it's wrestling, and we're just down there wrestling and flipping and flopping on the ground, but what is Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and why is it so effective?
Okay, yeah, so Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu is, if you know anything about MMA or the UFC, it's the ground fighting aspect of it. So barring combat jiu-jitsu, which is what I'm going to do, there'll be no strikes allowed in it. We'll practice takedowns, we'll practice ground defense, chokes, arm locks, leg locks, things like that to make your opponent stop fighting and submit. Basically, it's like human chess with the body. It's an extremely good workout. It's good for self-defense, and it's great for women or kids that want to be bully-proof, because generally, if you're a woman or you're a child, a woman's gonna be attacked by a bigger man that's gonna try to assault her. And the thing is you're gonna need to be able to get up. You're not gonna hit a man with a right hook and knock him out cold and walk off. You know, that's something from movies, but not very realistic in real life. And I think a core tenet of any effective martial art is that they have resisted sparring, and that's key in anything you see. It's good boxing, kickboxing, Muay Thai, or Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. And so typically in most classes I'll teach concepts that I'll break down for beginners or intermediate or even advanced students, and then we'll do some focused positionals, and then which will be pretty much full resistance, and then rolls, which is just us sparring for fun, looking to choke and submit each other. And it's very safe as far as a martial art. You don't take as much damage as you would in maybe a striking art, but you get to effectively practice 100% with partners that are maybe higher or higher ranked than you, or maybe heavier than you, maybe outweigh you by 100 pounds. I only weigh 155, and I'm able to train with my guys that are maybe up to 300 pounds, right? And so I think Jiu-Jitsu is effective in that regard, that it doesn't matter so much on the size, especially if you're the adversary, which typically you're not attacked by trained grapplers or trained fighters. They're not going to know what to do, and so you'll have an easy time controlling them, de-escalating the situation, and bringing it to a good terms.
Well, that was one of the things that when I walked in the first time is I walked in thinking I was scrappy. I walked in thinking I could fight. You know, like every guy, I could knock everybody out. I could fight. That stuff won't work on me. Well, you hear it all, you know. And well, I was wrong. Not only did it worked well. Very well. And jiu-jitsu is one of the most humbling things to date that I've ever done. Like, I am one of those people that it does not come natural to. You know, you got to show me 27 times. You got to draw it in Crown. Then I got to go back and watch the video, and then come back and start all over again to hopefully get it. But what I noticed and what humbled me the most was rolling with people that were better than me, grappling with people that were better than me. They could have full conversations with other people, or sing a song, or just have a conversation with me as they're folding me up, and that really kind of freaked me out. That as a grown man, somebody could control me so easily, and it just freaked, it humbled me. And jiu-jitsu, it's one of the just most beautiful things. It's like you said, once you start to establish that foundation, it becomes so fun, because it is chess, and it's human chess, and it's like, I'm going to trick you into putting your arm here to I'm going to lean you over a little bit so you put your arm down, so I can grab this arm, so I can throw something, whatever. And it was just, every time, it was like this onion, and every time you thought, like, hey, I'm starting to get this, then you peel back and there's 27 more layers to it.
And tying into that, the same thing, it's more, not only can you control your opponent, but you learn ultimately to control yourself. And that's really all in life you have control over, is yourself, and what your effort, your attitude, and your aggressiveness. And so when you're on the mats, when you really get right down to it, you start to control yourself, and then that, can kind of help you to control your partner, and you learn more about yourself, and helps you deal with a lot of situations in life. When you've had a guy on top of you trying to choke you from full mount with 100 pounds on you, driving in traffic is a lot less stressful, and your other things kind of get the volume turned down a little bit.
Well, you just said something here that I've seen that maturity in you as an instructor as well, because, instructor Jordan, say 5 years ago, when we rolled, you would probably tap me in about a 5-minute round about 272 times, and now I notice the last time we rolled is, you let me roll, you could have at any point put it into that and tapped me 672 times again, yet you're learning your own, everything evolves, and even you evolved, and you, just like you said, you learned to control that aggression, and now you don't have to tap me too. You could, but you don't have to. You let me work.
And many times, by letting your partner work, and maybe letting them work maybe their A game on somewhere where you're not so strong defensively, that can help you improve in ways that you would not have gotten as good if you would have just shut the other person down the entire time. So not only do you grow, but I grow in areas that I might be weak in, because like you say, it's humbling. It's humbling even to me, for me to wake up every day and to realize how much I don't know yet in jiu-jitsu, and to continue to learn. So I do enjoy jiu-jitsu for that. It's a marathon, it's not a sprint, and it never ends. So.
No, you've done a great job. Now, in the time that we have left, let's talk about combat jiu-jitsu worlds, because this is jiu-jitsu on a whole nother level here. Not only, for those that don't know, Eddie Bravo, you tell it. You'll tell it better than me. Tell me all about this.
So combat jiu-jitsu, the difference between that and normal jiu-jitsu. Normal jiu-jitsu typically is just chokes, arm locks, takedowns, things like that, right? I do compete in that probably 99% of the time. There are a few promotions. This is the biggest one in the world. It's Combat Jiu-Jitsu Worlds under Eddie Bravo. He's huge out of California. He owns the 10th Planet System, regularly on Joe Rogan's podcast. And basically it bridges the gap between Jiu-Jitsu and MMA. So it's no striking on the feet, but once you hit the ground, there's palm strikes and slaps are allowed. And mainly because we don't have gloves on, and so you can go ahead and get damage in, but you can still work your chokes and do your jiu-jitsu. It's more spectator friendly, so it'll be really exciting to watch. I've been on it twice. I'm the only person from Texas to ever submit anyone in regulation, and I've done it 4 times out of my 6 matches. God willing, this next time I'll have an even better showing. We do intend to win this time.
And if the ones that want to watch that, how can they watch it?
Yeah, so it's only available on UFC Fight Pass. It should be, I think that if you have already subscribed, it's like $10 a month. If not, I think there's like a free week or something. But yeah, so UFC Fight Pass, it'll be I think 5 p.m. our time Central, 6 p.m. Eastern time on Sunday, this Sunday on December 19th.
Well, Jordan Hawley, Holy Grail Jiu-Jitsu, I'm proud of you, man. Proud of you. You've done well. Guys, Combat Jiu-Jitsu, he's done a great job. We support him, and go try a jiu-jitsu class. Thanks for watching the show. We'll see you next week. And now we're going to send it over to our buddy Jarrod Birmingham and let him play us out.
It ain't the years, boys, it's mine. That song always makes me smile. Gotta need a friend, you send back Chris Ledoux. 'Cause I don't know what day it is or what town we're playing in. I might know my name in a song or two. Some days that's a stretch, to tell the truth. I'm still reaching for the stars while I'm dancing in the gutter. Time's the only thing that's ever flown, and I still have faith in things unseen, but sometimes I wonder what it is keeps me hanging on. Another December gone. Looks like the sun found its way out of that dark cloud that keeps following me around. At least for today, I got a ray of hope. I've opened doors and I've burned some bridges. I'm still looking for my fairy tale ending. There's a lot of time left before the credits roll. So quit trying to guess the ending. Enjoy the show. And I'm still reaching for the stars, but I'm dancing in the gutter. Time's the only thing that's ever flown, and I still have faith in things unseen. Sometimes I gotta wonder what it is keeps me hanging on. Another December gone. 90 years, boys, but it's mine. Make me act just like a child. But you ain't miles, boys. Make me wanna go home. Another December gone. Another December gone. Another December.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Victoria Events with Caleb Shaw. Make sure you comment down below, like the post, share the post. It really helps the algorithms. If you haven't done so already, make sure you follow our page. If you're watching on YouTube, subscribe and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any episodes. And if you have an event coming on you want featured on Victoria Events, shoot us a message. We'd love to help you get the word out there. Lastly, make sure you support our sponsors. We could not do this show without them, so we're very grateful. Thanks so much, Victoria, and we'll see you at the next one.